Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pass and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon to you all. Fantastic. I like the response. The response shows that we are ready for today's contest, aren't we? All right. I warmly welcome you to this afternoon's contest, the 4th edition of the Junior Science and Maths Quiz, and the last of the contest of the 1/8 competition for the Ashanti Regional Contest. This afternoon, we have one last slot left, and we are going to determine which school gets the opportunity to join the national contest. The Junior Science and Maths Quiz over the past 4 years has been brought to you by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in partnership with Ghana Education Service and Eridec Ghana Limited. My name is Professor Mrs. Linda Henkrafonjo, and I'll be your quiz mistress for this afternoon round of competition. If you're happy about that, let's hear it up for me. Fantastic. We are not alone. The Junior Science and Maths Quiz has been sponsored proudly by some institutions, and before we begin, I would like to acknowledge these institutions. We have been supported by the KNUST E-Learning Center, and they have been in charge of all our media and video coverages, and for that we are grateful and we say thank you. We are equally supported by KNUST IDL Center. When we go around for all our regional competitions, they have been in charge of providing venues for us, very comfortable venues, and we are grateful to KNUST IDL Center. We have also been supported by DEX Technologies. They take charge of our science and technology round. And so DEX Technology, we are grateful to you for the support over the years. And I know that our students have not been here alone. They have been supported by their head teachers, their teachers who have dedicated time, energy, and effort at coaching them. We acknowledge you this afternoon, and we say thank you for all that you have done. Now we get to meet the stars of the afternoon, the contestants, who are gallantly representing their schools. We have 3 competing schools this afternoon, and they are named, or namely, Christ Model Academy, Global Community School, and Celestial Hope Educational Complex. Can we give these schools and these contestants a round of applause? They are poised for action. They are ready to fight to win the last slot of the day for the national contest. And so we want to meet our contestants. When I call your school contestants, you introduce yourself by telling us your name and the class that you are, and probably share with us your hobby, something you like doing at your leisure time, isn't it? So Christ Model Academy, you are represented by
Nana Insifo Marty, Form 3. And I like reading Bible at my leisure time.
Wow, he likes reading the Bible. Interesting hobby, isn't it? He likes reading the Bible. I'm yet to meet anyone who has said that. That is very, very interesting and brilliant. And the second contestant for Christ Model is?
Emmanuel Kwabneduchum, Form 2.
And your hobby?
I like reading stories.
He likes reading stories. Fantastic. Brilliant. And then we have Global Community School, and they are represented by two beautiful ladies. And they are? Yes, any one of you can go first.
Alice Pell.
Which class?
Final year.
Final year.
And I like to watch movies during my leisure time.
Yeah, she likes to watch movies during her leisure time. That's a nice one. And our second contestant?
I am Amankwa Faustina, final year, and I like reading.
She likes reading. A round of applause for these beautiful young ladies gallantly representing their school. And then we have Celestial Hope Educational Complex, and they are represented by two gallant men. I call you men. Are you not men? You are men. Good. Introduce yourself to us.
I'm Godfred Amponsadunfe,
Good.
a final year student, and I like playing guitar during my leisure time.
He loves playing guitar during his leisure time. And our second rep for the school?
I am Asamoah Jumoro Wiemlin, a final year student. I like soccer.
He likes soccer. He likes soccer. We have Dede Ayu in the house, or is it an Asamoah Jan in the house? A round of applause for my contestants. So already we have 6 schools qualifying to the national stage of the competition. And like I have said, we have just 1 slot left. Which school, in your estimation, is going to occupy this last slot? Is it going to be Christ Model Academy? All right. Is it going to be Global Community School? Is it going to be Celestial Hope Educational Complex? We'll get to find out very shortly. Are my contestants as ready as their supporters? Are you ready, contestants? Yes. Good. So we are about to begin. The heat is already on, but my contestants, you have done well so very far, getting to this stage. And so at this last stage, all you have to do is to give it your best shot, and do that with all the confidence you have, but relax and calmly do it, okay? Good. So we have 4 rounds in this competition, and at the beginning of each round, I would read out the instructions to you. And your task, contestants, will be to listen attentively. So we have 4 rounds, namely the fundamental round, the fastest brain, fastest finger round, and then we have the science and technology round, and the last round is the decoding the clue round. So at the beginning of each round, I would read out the instructions to you. And so if my contestants are ready and my supporters are also ready to cheer them up, we begin the first round of the day. Round 1, the fundamentals. This round consists of questions from biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. If a school answers a question correctly in this round, 3 points will be awarded. If it is incorrectly answered, it becomes available as a bonus to the other 2 schools to compete for. And the point for a bonus question is 1 point. You have 15 seconds for questions that do not require calculations, and you have 40 seconds for questions that require calculations. Each school has a maximum of 2 attempts for your main question and 1 attempt for a bonus question. Bonus questions are open to the 2 other schools to compete for by ringing the buzzer. Failing to ring the buzzer before answering a question disqualifies your school from that question, even if your answer is correct. And so before we begin, I would ask that we check that our buzzers are working correctly, because we need them to answer this round of questions. So, Christ model, the sound of your buzzer. Fantastic. Global Community School. Excellent. Celestial Hope. Fantastic. He's ready for action. And that is a good sign. You all have my best wishes, contestants. And so we begin with the first question of the day or of the afternoon. For this set of questions, you have 15 seconds, and you all have a preamble. Celestial Hope Educational Complex, your question. Explain the mechanical advantage of a pulley system. Yes, Asamoah Jumo.
The mechanical advantage of a pulley system refers to the load by the effort of that pulley.
The load by the effort.
Over the effort of that pulley.
And what does it imply?
For lifting, like lifting heavy load.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. So, yes, the ratio of the load to the effort, and equally what I wanted to hear is that it tells us how much easier it is to lift a load. So I'll give you 2 out of 3. Global Community School. What is the advantage of using pulleys for lifting heavy load? What is the disadvantage, what is the disadvantage of using pulleys for lifting heavy load? Yes, Pearl.
The load may be greater than the effort used to lift the object, and so a lot of effort is needed in lifting that object.
Not quite the answer I wanted. It goes to a bonus. It goes for, yes, Christ model.
It leads to body pains, the arms.
No, not quite. And there goes the bell. The disadvantage of using pulleys and lifting heavy load is that it may require a longer length of rope or cable to achieve the desired height, okay? And that is one disadvantage, and sometimes it may not be practical. So that is one disadvantage. Christ Model Academy. In which direction does a single fixed pulley change the force's direction? Yes, Nana.
Downwards.
Downwards is correct for 3 points. For the next set of questions, you have 15 seconds equally, and you have a preamble. You are to state the function of the following digestive organs of a ruminant. Global Community School, rumen.
The rumen stores food that is eaten by the ruminant temporarily.
Come again.
The rumen stores food ingested with property of the ruminant temporarily.
I agree with you. I'll give you 2 out of 3. In that I wanted to hear it is also a host for microorganisms for fermentation. So I'll give you 2 out of 3. Christ Model Academy, your question. O Mason. And that was your bell. It goes to Global Community for a bonus.
Water and certain nutrients are absorbed in the omasum.
That is correct for a bonus point. Celestial Hope, Abomasum. Yes, Asamoah.
It is the place where regurgitation of food occurs.
Come again.
It is the place in that organism where regurgitation of food occurs.
Not quite. You have another chance. That was your bell. It goes to Global Community.
It's the parts of the digestive system of the ruminant where actual digestion takes place. Digestive juices are released in the abomasum to digest the food.
I'll give it to you. It is the site where you mentioned digestive juices, and these include hydrochloric acid and enzymes. So I'll give it to you for 1 point. For the next set of questions, you have 40 seconds. The preamble to all schools for this is that find the solution set of the following inequalities. Find the solution set of the following inequalities. Christ Model. A ribbon is 4 meters long. How many pieces of each 30 centimeter long can be cut off the ribbon? Yes, Emmanuel, speak into the microphone.
Yeah, 199 points. 133 points.
That was your bell, and that is incorrect. Celestial Hope, bonus.
199.9 meters. The solution set is 999.9 meters.
That is incorrect. Your time is up. So I'll hold on to the answer for this question till we exhaust the set of questions. And then I'll come back and explain if no school gets it right. I don't want to give any school an undue advantage. Are we clear? So Celestial Hope, your major question. 200 bottles of equal capacity holds 350 liters of water together. How much water does each bottle hold? Yes, Asamoah.
The solution set is 1,750 liters.
Not quite. You have another chance.
1.7 liters.
I'll give it to you. 1.75 liters. I'll give it to you. Global community. A piece of cloth is 8.4 meters long. If 30 centimeters is needed to sew a napkin, how many napkins can be sewn from this piece of cloth?
28 pieces of napkins.
28 pieces is correct for 3 points. So Christ model for your question, you had a 4-meter long ribbon and you were to cut each in 30 centimeters. So you need to do some conversion over there, isn't it? You needed to convert your 4 meter to what? Centimeter. And then when you divide, you get what? What did you get, global community? You were nodding. 13.3. Okay, so that was the answer I was expecting. All right, so for the next set of questions, you have 15 seconds to answer. Celestial Hope Educational Complex. What are the symbols used in Excel to represent the not equal to condition? Yes, Asamoah.
Equal to sum.
That is incorrect. Bonus to any of the schools? Nobody? Nobody? Oh, okay. So the answer is the less than sign, and then the followed by the greater sign, greater than symbol. Okay. All right. So that is something new to add to your knowledge. Less than and then greater than sign. Global community. Which keyboard symbol is commonly used as a separator in file names or website URLs? Yes, Faustina.
/
Not quite. Yes, one more chance.
Underscore.
Underscore is correct for 3 points. Supporters, are we tired? A round of applause for them. Christ model. Which keyboard symbol is used to raise a number to a power? Your bell, Christ model. It goes to Celestial Hope for a bonus.
The superscript.
Not the superscript. And that was time up. The symbol is the upside down V, or the caret symbol. Okay? And Global, you knew it and you didn't want to say. Please. At this stage, you have to give it all your best shot. So if you are, as for this one, we don't deduct mark even when you get it wrong. So if you are not sure, give it a try, okay? When it comes to the round where we deduct marks and you are not sure, then you want to be careful, isn't it? All right. And that goes to all of you, okay? We are still in the first round of the contest. Preamble to all schools, you have 15 seconds. Briefly describe the following processes as used to separate mixtures. Global Community School, distillation.
It is a method of separation in which heat is applied to two liquids such that the liquids with different boiling points, so that one of them evaporates and then condenses, leaving the other one behind.
I'll give it to you for 3 points. Christ Model Academy, decantation. Yes, Emmanuel.
Decantation is a method for separating a mixture of liquid and solid by letting the mixture stay there for some time for the solid particles to settle under the liquid, or the solvent to settle under the solute.
Another attempt. I'll give you half the mark. Okay. So in decantation, you have two liquids that are immiscible, or a liquid and a solid mixture. And then you separate by removing the top from the solid or the liquid that is below, isn't it? So I wanted that removal process. Decantation. When you are decanting, you are pouring off the top part, isn't it? And you didn't mention that. All right. So I'll give you 1.5 out of 3. Celestial Hope Educational Complex. Filtration. Yes, Asamoah.
Filtration is a method of separation of a solvent and a solute, whereby a funnel and a cotton wool is used. So the mixture will be poured in the funnel, so it will be drained, leaving the solid particle called the residues in the cotton wool and the filtrate in the beaker.
I'll give you 2 out of 3 because we don't always or only use a funnel and a cotton wool. But the right term I was expecting was a porous material or a filter medium, okay? Is that clear? Good. So in filtration, you don't only use cotton wool, isn't it? All right. Well done, contestants. Can we give them a round of applause? They are doing very, very well. For the next set of questions, contestants, you have 40 seconds to answer. Christ model. Christ model. A sound wave reflects off a wall and returns to its source in 0.2 seconds. If the speed of sound in air is 343 meters per second, how far is the wall from the source of the sound? Yes, Emmanuel.
171 meters.
That is incorrect. It goes to Celestial Hope for a bonus.
17.17 meter per second.
That is incorrect. So for this set of questions, I'll equally hold on to my answer until all the schools have answered their main question. Celestial Hope, your major question. In a cajon, a shout is heard as an echo 1.5 seconds after it was made. If the speed of the sound in the cajon is 340 meters per second, how far is the reflecting surface, which is the cajon wall, from the source of the shout? Yes, Asamoah.
510 meter per second.
That is incorrect. One more chance.
510 meter per second square.
That is incorrect. It goes to Global Community for a bonus.
510 meters.
That is incorrect. And that was the bell. Again, I'll hold on to my answer. Now, Global Community, your main question. A person claps their hands, and the sound of the clap reaches their ear 0.3 seconds later. If the speed of the sound in the room is 340 meters per second, how far is the person from the clapping sound source?
$102 meters.
102 meters is correct for 3 points. So Christ model, your question, you were to find the distance. If the speed of sound in air is 343 meters per second, and the time is 0.2 seconds. And you have a formula for speed, isn't it? Who knows the formula for speed? Audience? Yes, my dear. Anybody? Oh, you don't want, I have a prize for, yes, my lady. Distance over time. And you have your speed in meters per second, and you have your time in 0.2 seconds, and you have to find distance. Let's make distance x, and you make x the subject of formula. To be your speed multiplied by your time, isn't it? And you get what? 68.6 meters. Global Community, did you get that? All right. You got your answer correct, but Celestial, you didn't get yours equally. So in your case, you were to, in a cajon, a shout is heard as an echo 1.5 seconds after it was made. And if the speed is 340 meters per second, how far is the reflecting surface from the shout? So you are calculating one distance, not forward and backwards. And so you have to, when you get your 510, that's why Global Community, you got 510. But you are looking at the one direction, and so you have to divide by 2, and you get 255 meters. Is that clear? So Celestial Hope, I need you to leave your microphone on, okay? Thank you very much. We move on to the next set of questions. You have 40 seconds for this set of questions. And your preamble, contestants, your preamble, simplify the following expressions. Celestial Hope Educational Complex, 2x plus 3y plus 5x plus 3x plus y plus 5. Yes, Asamoah Jumo.
10x plus 4y plus 5.
Again?
10x plus 4y plus 5.
That is correct for 3 points. Global Community School. 5x plus 4 minus 9y plus 4x plus 3y minus 8. Yes,
9x minus 6y minus 4.
And that is correct for 3 points. Christ Model Academy. 2x plus 3y plus 5x minus 2y plus 3x plus 5y plus 5. Let me repeat that. 2x plus 3y plus 5x minus 2y plus 3x plus y plus 5.
Now, 10x minus y plus 5.
That is incorrect.
10x plus 8y.
That is incorrect. Global community.
10x.
Because global community press, it disengages your buzzer, okay? So it is the first to press, the first school to press. Once they press, it disengages your buzzer. Are we clear? So no undue advantage to any school. And you can see on my screen, it says global community, okay? Good. And so global community.
10x plus 6y plus 5.
That is incorrect. I don't know if my contestants got my question wrong, and so I want to verify with Christ Model Academy because I had to repeat myself. Can you read out what you got?
2x plus 3y plus 5x minus 2y plus 3x plus y minus 5.
What do you have, global community?
2x plus 3y plus 5x minus 2y plus 3x plus 5y plus 5.
Celestial Hope, what do you have?
2s plus 3y plus 5x minus 2y plus 3x plus 5y plus 5.
All right, so I see you all have different versions. And so I want us to take this round again. And it goes to Christ Model. Are we all clear? I remember in the first instance, I mentioned 5y, and you both have that. But I made the correction, and I think you didn't pick that up. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'll repeat. So this is for Christ Model. And of course, it's open to the two schools in case they get it wrong. So listen, 2x plus 3y plus 5x minus 2y plus 3x plus y plus 5. Yes, Emmanuel.
10x plus 2y plus 5.
That is correct for 3 points. The next set of questions, you have another preamble. And for this set of questions, you are to state, contestants, whether the statement is true or false. And this set of questions cannot be passed on as bonus questions. And contestants, you are to state only one answer. So be sure about what you are saying, either true or false. So one option. Global community. Copyright automatically protects all creative works on the internet, regardless of whether they are marked with a copyright symbol or notice. True or false?
False.
That statement is false for 3 points. Christ model. Internet service providers can be held legally responsible for the illegal activities of their users, such as copyright infringements or online harassments. True or false? Yes, Nana?
True.
That statement is true for 3 points. Celestial Hope Educational Complex. Copyright laws applies equally to all types of content on the internet, including text, images, videos, and software. True or false?
True.
That statement is true for 3 points. Celestial Hope. This 1 minute. Okay. It goes to Christ Model Academy. The abdomen of a mosquito contains only 8 visible segments. True or false?
True.
True is correct for 3 points. Celestial Hope. The pupae or the pupae of a mosquito eats organic material, bacteria, and microscopic plants and animals found in water. True or false?
True.
That statement is not true. That statement is not true. Global community. The 8th segment of the abdomen of a mosquito bears the terminal gonopore. True or false?
True.
That statement is false. That statement is false. Celestial Hope. The QWERTY keyboard is the standard keyboard for all computers. True or false?
True.
That statement, unfortunately, is false. We have other types of keyboards, so it's not the standard. Global community. The QWERTY is the most efficient keyboard layout for typing speed. True or false?
True.
Unfortunately, that statement is false. Christ model. In the QWERTY layout, all vowels are located on the top row of the keyboard. True or false?
False.
False is correct for 3 points. And on that false note, we come to the end of the first round of the contest. Well done to my contestants. So we have our scores for round 1. And at the end of round 1, Celestial Hope Educational Complex, a total of 13 points. Christ Model Academy, a total of 16.5 points. And Global Community School, a total of 22 points. The Junior Science and Maths Quiz is proudly sponsored by DEX Technologies, IDL, KNUST IDL Center, and KNUST E-Learning Center. We are grateful to you for the support you have given to the Junior Science and Maths Quiz. And so we move on to the second round of the competition, which we term the fastest finger, the fastest brain, fastest finger round. Contestants, are you ready? Supporters, are you ready? Good, excellent. Now listen to the instructions carefully. In this round, one question will be read out and contestants will compete to be the first to answer. Each question in this round carries a point of 4. When a contestant is ready to respond, you are required to press your buzzer before attempting to answer. Answering the question before pressing the buzzer will disqualify your school from that question. And when you are ready to answer and you have pressed the buzzer, you are expected to answer within 3 seconds. If a school gets the question wrong, the 2 remaining schools get to compete to answer. Now the caveat here is that a wrong answer in this round would attract a penalty point of 1. So you don't want to make a mistake in this round. But we need to check our buzzers before we start. Christ model, global community, celestial hope. Good. Thank you very much, contestants. And so we begin with round 2. What is the term for particles that are permanently suspended in a global community? Colloid is correct for 4 points. In order for you to reach the setup slideshow option in PowerPoint, I'll take that again. In order for you to reach the setup slideshow option in PowerPoint, what ribbon would you consult or click on? And that was your bell. Anybody in the audience? Anybody? Yes, show by hand. Was somebody answering? Not a teacher, please, a student. Okay. So the answer is slideshow. Slideshow. How many pelvic fins do most fish have? Global community. 2 is correct for 4 points. What serves as the protective barrier preventing the stomach acid digestive juices from damaging the stomach lining? And that was the bell. Audience, for a prize? Anybody? Nobody? The question again. Contestants, did you hear the question? They heard. How you were not paying attention? You left all the thinking to your reps. So sometimes I'll throw the question to you. So listen attentively, okay? And the answer I was expecting to hear is mucus lining. That protects our stomach lining from the digestive juices, okay? All right. Your next question. What would a biochemist call the chaining of many amino acids together? Yes, global community.
Polyprotein.
Come again?
Polyprotein.
No. And that was the bell. I'll go back to my audience. Supporters? Yes, my lady. Check your buzzers. Christ model. Global. I'll give you the opportunity. What was your answer?
Polypeptides.
Not quite the exact answer I wanted. Yes, my lady, whose hand was up? Yes. Oh, don't be shy. Protein is correct for a round of applause. That's the word I wanted to hear. Not polyprotein and not peptides. So the basic units of proteins are what? Amino acids, isn't it? Yes. What, the next question, contestants. What type of modern computer costs the most amount of money? Christ model.
First generation computers.
No. Yes, global.
Quantum computers.
No. And that was your bell. The right answer is supercomputer. Supercomputer. The next question. A shopkeeper sold the following loaves of bread over the last 6 days. 25, 48, 25, 33, 57, 52. What was the average number of loaves sold each day? Yes, global.
40.
40 is correct for 4 points. And the last question for this round, contestants. The last question. A truck with a mass of 1,500 kg accelerates from rest to a speed of 30 meters per second over a period of 10 seconds. I'll go over that. A truck with a mass of 1,005 kilograms accelerates from rest to a speed of 30 meters per second over a period of 10 seconds. Calculate the force required to produce this acceleration. Christ model.
10,050.
That is not global.
45,000 newtons.
That is incorrect. And your time is up. So the right answer is 4,500 Newton, not 45,000. Okay. All right. And that was the last question for that round, and we've come to the end of round 2. Rounds to go. Okay. So our scores for the second round is ready. I'll mention the score for second round and then I'll give you the total for the 2 rounds so far. Celestial Hope had a score of 0 for this round, and so their total score remains 13. A round of applause for them. Christ Model Academy, a total of -2 points, and so their total now comes to 14.5. A round of applause for them. Global community a total of 9 points in this round, and so their total score for the 2 round is 31. A round of applause for the competing schools. Well done so far, my contestants. You are doing well. We still have 2 more rounds to go, and so don't lose hope yet. And so we move to the 3rd round, which is our science and technology round. But before we begin the 3rd round, we have some substitutions to be made. So we have Amponsa Dumfe Godfred going out for Bartholomew. A round of applause for these 2 young men. Well done. Well done, Godfred. And Global Community School, attention. Global Community School. Faustina Amankwa is going out and Michael Owusu is coming in. A round of applause for them. Well done, my lady. Congratulations. A round of applause for Michael as he takes his seat. So my contestants, we need to get to know you. So you tell us your name, your class, and your hobby. Can you do that?
My name is Bartholomew Adumakun. Final year student. I like playing soccer.
He likes playing soccer. We have another Asamoah in the house. So can you turn your name tag so we can see your name displayed beautifully? Adumakun Bartholomew. Beautiful. And then for global community, we have
Who's Michael? Final year. I like watching movies.
He likes watching movies to ease out the tension. Good. Are we ready for the 3rd round? Contestants, are we ready? The supporters seem ready more than... Contestants, are we ready? Yes. Or are we tensed?
We are ready.
You are ready. Thank you. So in this round, the 3rd round is proudly sponsored by DEX Technology. And we have a preamble for all schools. Listen to your preamble. 1 question will be given to all schools. The question in this round will require contestants to perform a task that will be assessed. The score for this round is 15 points. Contestants will be given up to 15 minutes to complete this task. So for this round, you have 15 minutes from start to finish. And round 3 of our contest is powered by DEX Science Set. We are grateful to DEX Technology for the support in making our round 3, our Science and Technology Challenge, very practical and very hands-on. Thank you. So contestants, you have all that you need as well as your question. So turn over your question and let's read together. We have a preamble. You have been provided with a battery V. Make sure you have a battery, 2 resistors labeled R1 and R2, a meeting diode labeled L, a beaker and a bottle of water, and 2 transistors labeled E, B, C. Do we have all that? Yes, you all have that. So your task, construct the circuit in the diagram below with the components that you have been provided with. And you have the diagram of the circuit right before you. And when you have successfully completed the circuit, your task will be to hold the point A and B together with your thumb and your index finger and observe what happens to the LED. And at this point, when you have been able to complete this task, you draw my attention to you and I'll come and observe what you have done. Are you listening, contestants? Good. And then on the second point, you are to dip the points A and B into the beaker containing water and observe what happens. And finally, you are to dip only point A in the water and observe what happens. And when you have done this, you have related task questions. 1. What were your observations in task 1, 2, and 3? What accounted for your observation in question 1? 3, you are to give one practical application of this circuit. Contestants, are we ready? Are we ready? Good. Your time starts now. You have 15 minutes.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow. If at grade 5 and 6, a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets have been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Contestants, you have about 5 minutes left. We have 1 minute left, contestants. 1 minute left.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pass and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial.
Your bell contestants. So I'll ask you at this point to put your pens down. Pens down. Listen to instructions. Pens down. Celestial Hope, you bring your answer scripts over. Thank you very much. Global Community School, can I have your script? Thank you very much. And Christ Model, may I have your script? Thank you. So at this point, I'll go through their script and assess what they have done based on the experiments I observed them perform. So we have the scores for the third round, which is our science and technology round. And my contestants were given some components: a battery, resistors, a metering diode, a beaker, and water and transistors, and you were to perform a task. You were to construct a circuit. And I came round to observe. After constructing the circuit, you were to perform some task. So coming round to observe, I'll start with Celestial Hope Educational Complex. Unfortunately, my contestants were unable to successfully execute the task. They were not able to complete the circuits appropriately, and so their responses to the related task questions were equally wrong. So what we expected for you was to complete the circuit and use your thumb to complete it. So you have points A and point B. Using your thumb, you complete the circuit. And you being a human, you're a good conductor of what? Electricity. And so you complete the circuit, and by that, your light should emit. Unfortunately, you were unable to perform that task. And so, like I said, your observations stated here were wrong. You said in task 1, we held points A and B, no light showed up, but we expected light to show up if you had done the connection appropriately. In task 2, where you were to put the points in water, water is equally a good conductor of electricity, and so light should emit. But unfortunately, you weren't successful at that. And for point 3, by virtue of the fact that 1 and 2 was done wrongly, 3, of course, we didn't expect light to show, but you didn't perform the task correctly, and so you didn't equally see any light. So I give you no points for that. And then what accounted for your observation? Your response was that 2 resistors added to the circuit opposes the flow of current flowing through the circuit. That unfortunately is incorrect. 1 application, you say it can be used for electrical gadgets as an iron. Unfortunately, that is not quite the answer I wanted. And so Hope Educational Complex, Celestial Hope, I'll give you 1 out of 10 for attempt. I'll give you 1 out of 10 for attempt. Christ Model Academy. I came around and observed that you successfully completed your task. When you used your thumb to complete the circuits from point A and point B, I saw your light switch on. And when you placed the points in water, your light equally came on. And for the third task, when you put point A alone in water, the circuit is incomplete, and so no light turned off. And so for successfully completing your task, you get 4 points. And your responses to the observation were very apt, that the light turned on bright, and that when you put in water, the light also was very bright. And for task 3, the light went off. And so you get 3 points for that. Your next question was, what accounted for your observation in 1? You stated there's some few amounts of electricity in the body. That I disagree with you. The right answer is that as humans, we are good conductor of electricity, and so if the power is very high, we can get electrocuted, isn't it? Yes. Good. So unfortunately, you don't score any points for that. And what is one application of this circuit? You say when there is no light, you can connect with these tools to create some internal light for doing things in the house. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. So in total, you score 7 out of 10 points. Well done, contestants. And then for Global Community School, I equally observe that you were successful at completing your circuit, and so you score 4 points for that. When you completed with your thumb, the lights showed, and when you put the 2 points in water, the light also emitted, and you have rightly stated that in your observation. And in task 3, when you put in just 1 point, there was no light, and you have rightly stated that in your observation. You score 3 points for that. What accounted for your observation? In task 1, you say light was seen because the human body is a conductor of electricity. And in task 2, light came on because water also conducts electricity. And so you score 2 points for that. One application. You say this applies to electrical fences used on walls of building. And you say, interestingly, criminals are killed by electrocution because the body is a good conductor of electricity. Interesting choice of application, but somehow I agree with you, isn't it? So I'll give you 1 for that. And in total, you score a total of 10 points. So in actual fact, the total points for this round is 15. And so Global Community, you get 15 points. And Christ Model Academy, you score 7 points. And Celestial Hope, for an attempt, I give you 1 point. But in actual fact, one application of this system or this circuit that you try to construct is in touch screens, you know, the phones that we use. Our hand becomes a complete circuit, and so we use this in touch screens, in many, many electronic devices, and sometimes in fingerprint scanners, or sometimes too in finger sensors. When you go to some washrooms, you just have to use your finger and then the door opens for you. So these are some of the real life applications. All right. So our scores for this round, at the end of this round, our total score. Celestial Hope Educational Complex, a total of 14 points. Christ Model Academy, a total of 21.5 points. And Community Global School, a total of 46 points. Well done. But we have one more round before we call it a day. So contestants, you still have one shot at this. The last round is the decoding the clue round. I would read out the instructions to you, my contestants, and I hope that you listen attentively. This round is the decoding the clue round, like I mentioned. One question would be read out as series of clues. If the question is answered on the first clue, the school scores 6 points. If answered correctly on the second clue, 5 points. So if you answer 2 questions correctly, that's about 12 points if we get it on the first clue. So Ginger Up, Celestial Hope, Christ Model, okay? And of course, Global Community School. On the third clue, you have 4 points. On the fourth or any other indication, you have 3 points. Contestants, you are to press your buzzer before attempting to answer this question. And failure to press the buzzer before answering nullifies your school from that question and nullifies your answer even if it is correct. Are we ready? Let's check that our buzzers are working well. Celestial Hope, Global Community, Christ Model Academy. Fantastic. And so set 1 of the riddles, of the clues. I am a unique anatomical feature found in some members of the animal kingdom. I am not an arm or a leg, but I can extend quite impressively. While I may not be a tube, while I may look like a tube, I am not used for breathing. I can coil and uncoil, making me efficient at what I do. Celestial Hope.
The intestines.
Creatures with me can enjoy a meal without having to bite or chew. Global Community.
The small intestine.
In some creatures, I serve as an elongated appendage for feeding. I am especially prominent in a well-known insect that feeds on nectar. Who am I? Christ Model.
The esophagus.
That is incorrect. Audience? My audience? Nobody? Okay, I'll answer this myself. So the right answer is proboscis. Proboscis. Okay, it's present in mosquitoes and butterflies and insects that feed on nectar. All right. Set 2. I am an octagonal number. My digits are 2. I am an even composite number. My first digit is a perfect square. I am a multiple of 6 and therefore a semi-perfect number. In chemistry, I am the atomic number of curium. The sum of my digits is 15. Who am I? Christ Model?
69.
No. Celestial Hope?
96.
96 is correct for 3 points. Christ Model, you were almost there. 69 and 96. All right. So set 3. Third set. I am a physical quantity. I am central to Einstein's theory of general relativity. Celestial Hope?
Mass.
My influence is felt everywhere. I am a non-contact force that acts over any distance. I am responsible for the motion of celestial bodies in the universe. Christ model.
Centrifugal force.
I am a force that pulls everything down to the ground. Global community.
Gravitational force.
Gravitational force is correct for 3 points. The last set. The last set. I share my name with automatons or automatons from science fiction known as being humanoid. I am popularly linked with an iconic green figure. I am popularly known as an operating system. I am founded on the Unix platform. I was originally designed for cameras, but my focus shifted to a broader market due to the greater potential I have. Did you press your buzzer? I have partnered with companies like Samsung, LG, Global Community,
Nokia,
Motorola, and many more to establish my dominance. Who am I? Celestial Hope.
Smartphone.
Not quite. Christ model.
Android.
Android is correct for 3 points. Android is correct for 3 points. And on that correct note, we have come to the end of the 4 rounds of contest. Can we give our contestants a round of applause? Well done to all my competing schools. You have done so very well, and I'm sure that your teachers have taken time to coach you, and we are grateful to them for the dedication to nurture you all. The Junior Science and Maths Quiz has been supported by DEX Technologies, KNUST E-Learning Center, and KNUST IDL Center. We are grateful to these institutions for coming on board. We look forward to your continued support in all our future contests. So at the beginning, I mentioned that we have just 1 slot left for the qualifiers for the Ashanti region. And at the end of the 4 round, we have determined which school has qualified to go to the national stage. So only 1 school, unfortunately, can progress to the next stage. Other 2 other schools, well done for representing your schools, for coming this far and representing your schools very well. Like I tell all of you, hold your heads up high. You have gone through series of competition to come this far. And so you have done yourselves very proud and your school very, very proud. We are certain that you would come back next year even better to win the Junior Science and Maths Quiz overall cup, isn't it? Good. And so at the end of the round of contest, Celestial Hope Educational Complex, a total of 17 points. Christ Model Academy, a total of 24.5 points. And the school that progresses to the next stage of the competition, a total of 49 points to Global Community School. Well done and congratulations, Global Community School. I want to see the smiles on your face. And a round of applause, a resounding round of applause for these contestants. Supporters, I can't feel the round of applause. Please keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Well done, Global Community School. We are proud of you, all of you contestants. And like I said, Christ Model Academy, we hope to see you next year. Celestial Hope Educational Complex, we hope to see you next year. Global Community School, you are progressing to the next stage of the competition, where you meet the other regional champions. And the task, I'm sure you know, is to be the champions. So sit up, buckle up, and get ready for the next round of contest, which is our national competition. Thank you all, our in-house supporters, our in-house audience, and our online audience. We are grateful that you could join us. We hope to see you very soon at the national competitions. From all of us here at Junior Science and Maths Quiz, it's bye for now. Thank you.